Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? In this live stream, video, masterclass, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can sell life insurance without dialing. So, funny enough, I actually just did an interview with one of our clients. It was last Thursday, and he had made $13,000 in profit in one single month without making a single dial. So I'm going to show you guys the same system that he's using and how you can implement this for yourself. So as you guys are just jumping on, drop in your name and where you guys are joining in from, and we're going to go ahead and dive right into the material here. Beautiful. So the title of this presentation is called How to Get Pre-Booked Life Insurance Appointments. Get 8 to 10 life insurance appointments per day so that you do not have to make hundreds and hundreds of phone calls every day just to speak to a couple people. So let's go ahead and jump right into this presentation here. Let me move this screen over. And again, as you guys are joining in, just drop your name and where you guys are coming in from, and we're going to go ahead and get this party started. Very cool. So what I'm going to be showing you guys is this exact funnel right here, how we get pre-booked life insurance appointments and how one of my clients was able to make $13,000 in profit in 1 month without making a single dial. So the first step of this funnel is you have to have an ad. So what we typically use with all of our clients and for ourselves as well is we like to use Facebook ads. Now, the great thing about Facebook ads is there's 3 billion monthly active users on Facebook. So a third of the world's population uses Facebook or Instagram on a monthly basis. So Facebook is by far the best, most simple, predictable way to generate leads. And that is what we use. So we'll go out, we run ads like this. I'm not sure if you guys will get to see this exact ad in a presentation, but if you guys comment ad down below and it's something you're interested in, I might be able to play it in this live stream. But basically what we do whenever we have an ad is the ad is honestly one of the most important pieces of the entire process when it comes to getting people to pre-book and getting them to buy, right? Because whatever you put out there in the marketplace is what you're going to get back. So if I'm putting out some kind of like an ad that's, very misleading, or it's advertising something for free, or it's just, it's saying you can get $1 million in coverage for like $1 a day, for example, or 50 cents a day, or whatever it is, I'm going to get people that are expecting the wrong thing. So whenever we run an ad, we run things that are very straightforward, very clear. And if you guys want to see this ad, I can kind of show you guys an example. Just comment ad in the comments down below, and I'll show you guys at the end of the presentation. Amazing. Carrie from Buford, Georgia. What's going on, Carrie? Glad to have you on here, and welcome to the live. So we talked about step number 1. Then you go to a form. Then you go to the calendar where they're able to book. We have automations, which I'll kind of touch more on what those are and what those do in a moment. And then ultimately that converts to sales. So in this presentation, I'm going to show you guys how you can get your calendar looking like this. These are screenshots of our calendars using the same method I'm going to show you. And this is also the same method we use to write $312,000 in approved annual premium in just 6 months. Awesome. So funny enough, you guys do get to see the ad. So let me make sure my audio is sharing here properly, and I'm going to show you guys what this looks like. Present, share screen. Okay. Amazing. Share screen. Okay, beautiful. So let me know, do you guys want to see this ad? If not, I can just skip through it and we can kind of talk about the other steps as far as how to get people to book appointments directly on your calendar. Let me know. Just comment ad if this is something you guys want to see. If not, I can just keep going. Okay, let's see. We got a couple people commenting ad. Cool. So I'm going to show you guys this. Basically, what we do in the ads, again, we're calling out a specific audience. We use something called the niche method. So we go after a specific group of people on Facebook that we know are A, going to have an income, and B, going to have a need or demand for life insurance. So let me show you guys this right here.
If you're a nurse with kids under 20, this is the most important video you will ever watch.
All right. So as you can see right there, straight out of the gate, we're calling out nurses with kids under 20. So we're being very clear about who we want to respond to this ad. Then basically, as you can see, it says, are you a nurse? So we're catching their attention. Get up to $1 million in life insurance.
If you're a nurse with
very, very clear what we're talking about here. And then as you go throughout the ad, I'm not going to play the whole thing for time's sake, but we essentially talk about like, hey, you have life insurance through your job, But what happens if you leave your job, get fired, decide to retire, whatever? You're going to lose that insurance. And if something happens to you, your family's going to be out of luck, right? Or like if you get disabled or sick and you can't go to work, you're going to lose your policy and your income is going to stop. So we basically talk about life insurance with living benefits in this ad and go through the whole ad, right? So the key here, again, we're very clear. We're very straightforward about what we're advertising. There's no free benefit. There's no, $5 million in coverage for 30 cents a day. We're calling out nurses. We're tapping into the existing demand. And it's a very relatable ad. As you guys can see, the actress in this ad is wearing scrubs with a stethoscope. Can't look more like a nurse than that. Amazing. So the next step in this funnel to get leads booking on your calendar so you don't have to make dials is what we call an instant form. So basically what we do on this page is we collect their name, email, phone number, date of birth, and then there's something else as well. So their state also. So it's first name, last name, email, phone number, date of birth, and state. So we get all of the data that we need so that we can call the lead, email them, reach out to them. We even have it set up on Facebook where we'll shoot them a message on Facebook Messenger so that we have multiple points of contact. And I'll touch more on that when we get to the automations. From there, after they fill out the form, at the end of the form, we're going to say, hey, there's one more step you need to do. And we send them to a landing page where they're going to go fill out a survey. And once they fill out the survey is basically going to ask them questions that figures out if they're qualified to speak with us. Once they fill out that survey, we send them directly to book on our calendar. Okay. So literally we just have a calendar page. There's a headline at the top and then they book directly there. Now with the automations, if they don't book straight out of the gate, we're going to send them a couple different texts. So we're going to reach out to them, prompting them to go through, book an appointment, fill out the survey. If they don't do that, we're going to go through and we're actually going to start manually texting them. Or at least that's what the automation looks like. So the automation is going to say something like, hey, Carrie from Buford, Georgia. Hey, Carrie, this is Tim. I was just reaching out to you about that form you'd filled out requesting information for life insurance about nurses. And then we'll add, I've seen this it's going to sound crazy, but it boosts the response rate on the text by, I'd say probably 50%. Don't have an exact number, but it's like 50%. What we say is like, hey, this is Tim, not a robot or not a telemarketer. And people are just so annoyed with like automated texts and AI callers that they just want to speak to a real person. So if we can make our automations look like a real person, it boosts the responsive rate. And then what we do is we structure it in a way so like once they reply, you just jump in there and you take over the conversation, right? So it's like, hey, did you have a few minutes to speak now or did you want to set an appointment for later? Hey, I wanted to set an appointment for later. You'll get a notification, then you can jump in and set the appointment. Or, which one of my clients does, he has a appointment setter that goes and does that for him. So that's the automation. This is essentially what the whole funnel looks like. So we have the Facebook ad, which goes to the forum and then goes to the landing page where we have the survey and then people book an appointment and show up. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the basic overview of the funnel, what it looks like and how it works. Now, let me see here. Let me kind of explain to you guys the difference of like what my client did and how he was able to write 13 or not just write, but actually profit 13K in a month without making any calls. So essentially what he does is he has that whole funnel set up and running for him. And then in addition to that, he also has appointment setters that go out and call his leads to set the appointments for him, right? So what he'll do is he'll have, he has like agents that are inside of his agency that are kind of new. And then whenever the lead comes in, they will call and set the appointment for him. So he doesn't have to make any dials. I think it was like, let me see, I can give you guys the exact numbers here. He has 20% of his leads book from an appointment setter. So somebody calling them and setting them. And then 23% of them pre-book directly from the funnel. And that's pretty much it. Like, it's not that complex. It's just once you set this up properly, you have to know how to manage it. You have to know how to generate the leads. And then, having them go through the system, you need someone that kind of monitors it and make sure everything is working properly. And it's not really, it's not too complex, to be honest with you guys. So I'm going to open up to questions. If you guys want me to touch on anything specific inside of the funnel, or you guys want kind of a recap of anything, Just drop any questions in the comments down below, and I'm here to answer them for you. I'm going to take a sip of my sparkling water here. All right, let's see. I'm going to take my accident and health test again. Any tips? So, John, I'm guessing you're a newer agent. I do have some tips for you. So, what I recommend doing whenever you're trying to pass the exam is buy a stack of flashcards. Okay. This is what I did. I passed all of my exams on the first try. And a lot of it was due to this method that I'm going to explain to you. So basically what you do is you go through the coursework, and there's going to be a couple different things that you want to make flashcards out of. Number one is like terms and definitions. This is for anyone that's a new agent who wants to pass the exam as well. You guys should use this. Terms and definitions. So like the types of life insurance, and then also like anything that has a number tied to it. So like, it's been a long time since I've taken the life insurance exam. It's been like almost 4 years, but anything that has a number. So if it's like, how many blank are there in this state? 6, right? You would write down that as a flashcard. So on one side, you'd write the answer. On the other side, you write the question. And as you're going through the coursework, your goal is to make as many of these flashcards as possible. And then you're going to go through and do all the practice tests. And your goal is like, whenever you get a question wrong, make a flashcard out of it, right? And then you're going to have 3 different piles. Hopefully you're following this. If not, let me know. 3 different piles. And you're going to go through and like test yourself on the flashcards. If you get it right, you put it in one pile. If you get it wrong, you put it in another pile. And if you weren't sure, you put it in the middle pile. And then you're going to repeat that cycle over and over until you can consistently get all of the questions right? And then you're good to take the test. That's what I did. It costs maybe $3 to buy a pack of flashcards, probably like $8 with inflation, but that was well worth it. You just got to practice, do a little bit of it, and you'll kill it. You'll knock it out of the park. Hope that helps. Mr. NASDAQ, how much do you spend daily on Facebook? Like my business particularly, or across all of our clients? Because, with us specifically, we spend over $1,000 a day. But we also do, we've been doing this for a while, so we do a lot of volume on Facebook. Across all of our clients, we have clients that spend anywhere from like $50 to $200 a day, right? So like for an average agent, it's going to be anywhere from like $50 to $200 a day. And you can do $40,000 of premium with that. If you're doing final expense, if you're doing like IULs and annuities, you could probably do a lot more. Hope that answers your question. Let's see. Do video ads on Facebook outperform images overall? Yeah, that's a good question. So there's not really like a blanket statement or answer to this. What I have seen is it really just depends. Like some videos perform really well, some photos perform really well. So it's not like, hey, are videos better than photos? Now, there was a time, because if you watch some of my old videos, I will say that there was a time when that was true. But now there's a lot more people that are doing videos. So like sometimes a simple photo ad can crush, and other times a video ad can crush. So there's a lot of factors. It depends on like what product you're selling. If you're selling like a more complex product, you're probably going to want a video that explains it more. If you're selling something very simple, you can oftentimes get that messaging across in a photo ad. So we do a blend of both. It's probably like 60-40, 60% photos because they're just easier to make, 40% videos. But yeah, hope that helps. How many leads would that get weekly? So our clients on average for final expense leads, it's like $8.36 per lead. For IUL leads, it's like sub 20. So we'll say like 15 on average. So, I mean, if you were spending, let's see, if you were spending like $200 a day, 200 divided by 8 is 25 leads per day. So if you just multiply that by 7, it'd be 175 leads a week. If you were doing, final expense, if you're doing IUL, 200 divided by 12 is 16 leads a day times 7 is 116. So those are the numbers. Let's see. The intent is better with video. Yeah, sometimes, but not necessarily. It really just depends. Like, I would see why you would say that, but that's not necessarily always true. Like, it really just depends on the actual ad and the angle itself. Will the insurance business be worth the time and effort in 2025? Well, let me ask you a question. What's going to be different in 2025? Why would it not be worth the time and effort? Not sure I understand the question or the context of you asking that question. What else you guys have? These are good questions. These are all great questions overall. What else do we got? Again, if you guys are just tuning in, I would recommend watching the replay. I kind of went over the entire funnel that one of our clients used to make $13,000 in profit in 1 month without making a single phone call. So if you guys want to see how that works, just go back, hit the rewind button, and watch from the beginning. What other questions do we have? Does homeowners insurance advance 9 months premium by saying it? I'll be honest with you, Mr. NASDAQ. I have absolutely no idea what that means or what you're asking, to be honest with you. Sailing? Dude, I don't know what you're asking. I don't sell PNC, so if you're asking about like selling homeowners insurance, I've never sold a homeowners insurance policy in my life. I've only done life insurance, and then I've sold some Medicare and annuities, but I don't know anything about PNC. I'm not the guy for that. I am the guy for life insurance, but I'm not the guy for PNC. So if you're asking about that, I have no idea. What other life insurance or life insurance marketing or sales related questions do you guys have? I got a couple more minutes here, and I'm happy to answer them. Like, yeah, again, I have no idea. I don't know anything about homeowners insurance or how the commission works. From my understanding, PNC, property and casualty insurance, like if you sell like a homeowners insurance or car insurance, it's a renewal based business. So it's not high commission up front. It's like a renewal. So you get paid year after year after year. With life insurance, the commissions are higher up front, and then there's a less of a renewal on the back end, but it's an easier business to cash flow. Just did 200 a day on a vid ad. Wish me luck. All right, I wish you luck. If you want help with that, hit us up. Best marketers in the game, and we can get you tons of leads and tons of sales. Thoughts on Family First Life? Yeah, they're an IMO. I think if that's the direction you want to go, then great. Yeah, I don't really have too much of an opinion. I think there's a lot of good guys over there. I think with any IMO, there's going to be good people and bad people inside of it. So there's definitely bad people that are at every single agency. They also have a history of lawsuits for anyone that says anything negative. So I'm not going to say anything negative. Thoughts on Pinnacle Life Group? I don't know too much about them. I think they spun off of FFL, right? Pinnacle Life Group. I have a couple buddies that are over there. Seems like a cool operation. Seems pretty cool. Yeah, I personally don't have experience working there at Pinnacle. But yeah, it seems like a cool group of guys. I mean, ultimately, I think we have the best thing going on in the industry, but obviously I'm a little bit biased. Alrighty, ladies and gents, what other questions do we have? These are great questions. Anything related like specifically to the funnel or, setting appointments, getting more pre-books, how that whole process works. Do you have agents running mortgage protection ads profitably? We did a little bit of mortgage protection. I'm honestly not a huge fan of running ads for it. I see better results with like IUL leads or like term or final expense. With mortgage protection, it's kind of difficult because it gets flagged as like a housing ad and it makes it much harder to generate leads because it's like you're not able to target based off of age on Facebook with mortgage protection, and so the cost per lead is just much higher when you do it that way. So, in my opinion, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with mortgage protection. I just haven't like when we've done it for clients, we ended up just switching them over to IUL or term, and their lead cost was like half the price. So, at the end of the day, mortgage protection is just an angle to sell a term policy. So why not just lead with term if that gets you better results? Or if you know how to sell IULs and annuities, I would just lead with that. So yeah, I mean, that's my thoughts on mortgage. But yeah, that's a great question. I tried it for a little bit. It's just the lead cost was way too high because they all get flagged as like they think you're trying to like sell people a mortgage. Facebook does, and the AI just blocks it and then rejects your ads. It's a massive headache. So we ended up moving away from it. What other questions do you guys have? By the way, if you guys need help with lead generation, our team runs all of the ads for all of our clients. So they don't do anything with Facebook. We handle all of the marketing for them. So we create the ads, kind of similar to like the one you guys saw earlier, load those up on your account. We do all of the management, everything for you. All you have to do is call and close. That's it. So there's no marketing. You don't have to do anything with automation. We build and set up everything with that whole funnel that I was talking about in this presentation, in this video. So if you guys want to learn more about that, just comment funnel down below, and I can send you guys the link to book a call with our team. We guarantee that you'll sell $20,000 per month, or you don't pay. So we're pretty confident in what we do. We have some clients that are seeing some awesome results, just like the guy I was talking about earlier who sold $13K in 1 month without making a single dial. I also have a couple of other clients. These are going to be videos that are posting soon. They're doing $30K a month, working 3 hours a day. So when you have more leverage in your system and you're working the business in a smarter way, you can just get way more results without nearly as much effort. And that's what we help agents do. So if you want to get to 20K per month and beyond, we literally guarantee that you'll sell $20,000 per month using our system. And we do everything for you. So if you guys want to learn more about that, just comment funnel down below and I can send you guys a link to book a call with our team. And if you guys have any other questions, drop them down below. I got about 3 to 5 more minutes here, and then I do have to jump and grab some food. But let's see, what else you guys got? I'm also going to drop the link here. Alrighty. For those of you guys that were asking, I just dropped a link in the chat down below. You can go through there. We do have a couple qualification questions just to make sure you're a good fit because we guarantee $20,000 a month in premium. So we want to make sure that you're going to be able to see success with the system. But if you click on that link, there's a quick survey for you to fill out, and then you can book a call with our team to see if it's a good fit. Awesome. Can you break down the IUL sales process? Yeah, so this is a great question. This brings up an interesting point. So I'm actually going to be jumping on the phones to sell IULs using our system. So expect some pretty cool content coming in the future related to that. But this is like the way the IUL sales process works is a little bit different than like selling final expense or just like basic telesales because you have to do Zoom appointments, right? You have to do Zoom appointments. So you generate the lead comes in. What I've seen work really well is like incorporating video content, like sending them videos that kind of like explain different things before they jump on, right? So because it's a bit of a more complex product, guys, than selling, a final expense policy. Let It's a bit more complex than selling a final expense policy. So you want to kind of nurture them and educate them with video content. From there, you're going to call the leads and then call them to set Zoom appointments. So you're not doing one call closes. It's like, I mean, I've never heard of anybody just doing a one call close with an IUL and not showing somebody an illustration. So it's a little bit, there's more steps, but the commission is way higher, and you're dealing with higher, I don't want to say higher quality prospects, but in a sense, higher quality just in terms of like they have more money, they pay their bill on time. I'm not talking about the value of them as a human being, obviously, but you guys get what I mean when I say higher quality prospects. So the IUL, again, more complex sales process, a little bit longer sales cycle and all of that. You have to explain more, but chargebacks are lower, commissions are higher. I mean, you can make like 10 grand from one IUL sale. It's absolutely insane. So add, get the lead, call and set the appointment. And then you also use the same funnel that we just talked about to get the pre-books, jump on a Zoom call, explain the whole thing, close the deal. So it's mostly the same besides the fact that you have to do Zoom call and it takes a little longer. Does that answer your question, Z? Hopefully it does. What other questions do you guys have? I got a couple more minutes here. I'm going to jump off at 7:30 Eastern. So I got 4 more minutes. Rapid fire, throw out your questions, and we can tackle them one by one. And by the way, I'm going to drop this link one more time here in the chat. If you guys want our team to help you with this entire process, we'll set up everything. We'll run all of the ads for you. And we literally guarantee at least $20,000 per month, or you do not pay. So I'm going to drop the link. This is to a quick survey. It's kind of going to ask you guys a couple questions, see if you're a good fit. And then if you are, then we'll jump on the phone with you and, kind of break down how the whole system works. And if it's a good fit, we'll move forward. If not, then we'll just send you some free content. So I'm going to drop that link down below. And I got 3 more minutes for any questions that you guys have. Z says, yes, it does. Thank you. Amazing. Glad that was helpful. What other questions you guys have? I'm going to give it, let's see, if I don't see any more questions coming in the next 30 seconds, I'm going to wrap us up and we'll go from there. How do you guys feel? You guys see this funnel working in your business? You guys want to stop making hundreds and hundreds of dials and have people booking on your calendar? It's a much better way of doing things. That is for sure. That is definitely for sure. All right. Cool. Ladies and gents, I'm going to go get some chicken and rice. I will catch you guys later. Have a fantastic Wednesday. And let's see. I don't think I'll see you guys until maybe next year. Let's see. I do one of these every 2 weeks. And 2 weeks from now, it'll be Christmas. So I'll see you guys next year. That's insane. So you guys take care. Have a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and let's work together and freaking crush it in 2025. We got some great content coming for you guys on the YouTube channel. So if you aren't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button down below, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Peace.